Hey, what's up? Joe in Vegas back with another review. Went to go see Styx last night at the Venetian. Love that theater. I've said it before in my reviews. Just a beautiful, beautiful theater built for Phantom of the Opera years and years ago, and they kind of left it exactly the same. All the woodwork, all the detail, really incredible. So if you ever get a chance to see a show there, go see. But last night was Styx. My personal take on Styx has always been weird, and I feel like after last night it really shifted it, which is an important part of seeing bands live. You know, I kind of, like everybody else, I grew up, I'm 40, almost 47. You know, Styx were a big part of classic rock radio or rock radio back when I was a kid. And the songs, the hits, the Styx had big radio songs, Renegade and Come Sail Away and Mr. Roboto, but they were different than the other bands, really unique. The register of Styx is so high, but the music is kind of rocking, and it's a weird combination that leaves you with this like rock opera kind of vibe to their music, similar to Queen, but Queen is obviously on a different level altogether as far as I'm concerned. Better singing and better music, but you know, doesn't take away anything from Styx and how good they are. But it left with this rock opera kind of vibe you get from the band, which growing up was never my thing. I kind of just wrote them off as like, yeah, they're this cool band. I like their songs. Or I don't turn the station when, you know, Renegade would come on. I love that song. Or even Come Sail Away. And as much as you want to make fun of it, it's fucking a great song. It's a great song, and it's catchy, and it's you know, it starts beautifully, you know, peaceful and ends rocking. So you can't ask for more than that from a rock and roll song. But I never had Styx in my like personal rotation of favorite bands. Okay, enough about me. That's my take on Styx. I saw them probably 10 years ago. They came to Vegas with Foreigner, and they played a big theater. I think it was the MGM Arena. And I remember thinking during the whole Styx, like, okay, this is good, but I want to just get to Foreigner already. I love Foreigner. And I kind of wrote them off. Didn't take them too seriously. And again, after last night, I'm starting to think that was a mistake. So last night was my first time really seeing them straight up. Just them, no opening act. And wow, I was really blown away at how good they were, how good they sounded. Going through their set list now, and just so people know, and I think most people know, you know, Dennis DeYoung is not with the band anymore. I don't think he's been there for a while. But the guy they have that took over from him, I think his name is Lawrence Gowan, is fantastic. He is, man, did they get lucky in that replacement. I think he was a replacement. I don't know enough about the band, and I apologize if I'm getting anything wrong, if he was there before and just assumed that role, or he actually replaced Dennis DeYoung. But he is just an incredible performer. All of them are. There was like 6 or 7 guys on stage. 2 or 3 of them are originals. Tommy Shaw was an original, and what the fuck was the other guy's name? I forgot his name. Was also an original, and then Chuck Panozzo came out. He was there. I don't think he plays with them all the time. He came out, which was a special treat. God, I forgot the name of it. Was it James Young? Might have been James Young. But collectively, some new guys, some old guys, they were on point. They just sounded great. Let me pull up the set list real quickly. So they started with A Monster, Blue Collar Man, Long Nights. Again, one of those, man, you just hear it and it just takes you back to those radio days, you know, the Long Nights and The Grand Illusion, Lady. They remind you also real quickly. That's one of those songs I forgot about, and they started playing it, and you're like, oh shit, I forgot about this. Also, great, sounded so good on it. Lorelei, I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't know that song. Crash of the Crown, Light Up, To Those, Crystal Ball, which is a really great song. I remember that. Rockin' to Paradise, which was great. Radio Silence, Fooling Yourself, to the Angry Young Man, which is just, so that was really good. Too Much Time on My Hands, awesome. Kadive, which was like this little piece of music that he wrote, I think, if I remember correctly. Then Lost at Sea, and then it went into Come Sail Away, which is like, it's like a Bohemian Rhapsody. It's like one of those, just, all their songs are really, just this, they're hitting these notes that are just so high, but while the guitars are staying dirty and nasty, and it's a nice combination. Then they went off stage, they came back for the Encore, they did Mr. Roboto, which, in all my concerts, I don't think I've ever seen this, the mic wasn't working. And instead of like, usually someone runs out 20 seconds later and switches the mic. They probably did a minute full of the song before they were able to get the mic back on, which was kind of interesting. Took away from that a little bit, but it's still a great song. And then Renegade, which is my favorite song of theirs for sure. I wasn't expecting it. I kind of feel like I owe them an apology. I feel like all these years I've been just kind of writing off Styx. Like, yeah, they're good. That's it. Nothing like... But after last night, I think it hit me. They deserve their success that they have. They don't need me to tell them that. They deserve the 51 years later. They're still packing in crowds and playing residencies in Las Vegas. They're still relevant, and they're awesome. And they kind of won me over. I think I'm going to start listening to Styx a little more. It's just the level of talent coming out of that group of guys is top notch. And the songs and the hits that they have are timeless. I mean, these are songs written 40, 50 years ago, and they're still great, and they still get people on their feet, and they still get people dancing. And I promise you, even if you're 20 years old, you play them some of these songs, they hold up. The people hearing them now for the first time, it's impossible not to like a song like Come Sail Away or a song like Renegade. Mr. Roboto maybe is a little too specific, but, even Lady. I mean, any of those. Long Nights. Anyway. A scale of 1 to 10, I probably give this show, I'm going to give it an even 9. I liked it a lot, much more than I thought I would. It's just a really enjoyable show. Great stage presence, especially by Lawrence. Tommy Shaw, I like too. I always liked him. I liked him when he was part of Damn Yankees also. I don't know. There's some shows, there's nothing else you can say. You just kind of tip your hat to them and say, good fucking job, guys. Good jobs. You won me over. You didn't have to win me over, but you won me over. Everybody in that crowd was having the time of their life, and so was I. And it's a great show. And I highly recommend it if you're coming out to Vegas. If they're playing, the tickets are not bad at all. $120 a ticket will put you in the front. We were in the back, towards the back. It's not a big place, so even in the back, you're pretty close. And I think I paid $55 the day of the show. So... Good show, great band, great everything. Go see these guys while you can. That's it. There's really not much more to say. I wish I can give a little more insights. This is just more of a reassurance and a wake-up call that don't do what I did. Don't write off Styx. They're a lot better than I remember them. They're a lot better than I ever gave them credit for, and for that I apologize. And this is some sort of redemption. And if you don't believe me, go see them live yourself, and I think they will win you over the way they won me over last night. So 9 out of 10. Thanks for listening if you made it this far. Leave some comments if you've seen them, if you're at these shows. And thanks for listening, and I'll see you at the next show. Bye-bye.